All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Joel, what did you do?
Joel,
Is it the old North Korea missile trick?
I was thinking,
looks like it.
I was thinking the Jerome Powell trick, but maybe it's maybe it's both.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. You didn't get followed through that pre-market high. But Spencer, before I run down things, I got a question for you.
Okay.
So in that new intro, right, that you just did, is the stock that I'm talking about Palantir? PLTR?
I don't know.
You might as well. It should be at least.
No, because I think I remember it. I think I remember it. It was I think I remember the day. Now, call me crazy, because I am, but don't call me late for dinner. I think that it was, let's go back. Let's go back here on the dailies. And if I'm right, man, you're going to have to buy me lunch. I think, when did this thing break out? It had the IPO. Let's see here. I think it might have been November 6th of last year, because it had like $12 was the high, and then it took it out on November 6th. It came back down, kind of tested the top of the range, and then it just busted out. So break out the archives and see if it was from the November 9th show. But anyways, we're in a little bit of trouble here, folks, in the S&P 500 futures. We're rolling over. We're on the lows of the session as we speak right now. The Globex low from Sunday night, 39.85, and Monday's the low from last week, 39.75. So we are in danger of taking out the weekly low. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow or tonight. Crude taking it on the chin. That's down $4 at 57.52, giving back a lot of those gains. No safe haven in gold. Gold's down 11.40 at 17.26.90. Silver going the same way as gold. That's in the red by 66 cents. I think that's where it was this morning at 25.10. And Bitcoin, it's off the low of the session of 52,915, but we're still down $720 at 54,885 in the futures markets.
So a lot to digest here today. We were just talking about Palantir, Joel, but even before that, I didn't even realize that the reopening trade. I'm sorry that the stay-at-home trade was on today, because I was so surprised to see Zoom up 3.5%. So I guess I missed the memo there. Reopening trade off. Oh man, look at the airlines just getting punished today.
Those trades got a little. Look at American Airlines coming in as support. You did hear, there's more lockdowns in Europe and whatnot. So, that's not what you want to hear. I think the AstraZeneca news is not good either. But let's just take a look at the stay-at-home stocks. Zoom, that's getting off the mat here. I don't know if this is a long-term bottom or not, but I think the more significant level here on the upside, what we'll be keeping an eye on, let's just call it 356. I see 3 highs going back to March 10th between 355.69, another one at 355.49, another 357.40. So let's bring that down to 356 on that one. That's the area of these 4 highs. Peloton getting off the mat too. You want Peloton to rally if you own it, like I do. Some higher, some lower. That's coming up. Really needs to clear this high right here, 119.12, to really get back up. has not even had a chance at a 50% retracement of this big decline. That takes it to the 132, 133 area here. So S&P's new low here, 92.50. We keep trying to bounce, but no can do yet.
I saw Chad just talking about AstraZeneca, AZN. There's a bunch of headlines out about this one throughout the day. It sounds to me that it's not that the news is not actually that bad. I know stock is down a couple bucks today, at least in the U.S. market. But it sounds to me that like they're not saying the vaccine doesn't work. They're just saying that it was a bit of a data screw up, but that the vaccine is still effective.
I mean, you don't want to hear that kind of news. You don't with these vaccines.
Fauci calls it an unforced error. That's what Fauci called it. So,
well, I don't know. An error is an error. When you come into vaccines and drugs like that, I don't think you want any errors. So, putting pressure on the stock, gave back all the gains from yesterday. If you have a position in this, take a look. 49, couple lows here in the U.S. market at 49. Looks like we're heading right there right now, but just seems like any move and pop in this stock has been faded, if not immediately within 2 or 3 days. So not good news for owners of AZN, and I happen to be have a small position in that too. Long bottom, just it's a fade trade in this one. I'm sure a lot of people like to see this back at 50. If you were trading this technically, I mean, yesterday's low, you were told pretty quickly that was not going to hold 49.87. That gave away in the early in the market. 49 is a support level, couple lows in the lower 49 handle. This is going back earlier in the month. S&P's getting off the map a little bit here. Now $4 off that low at 91.25.
Man, the whole I'm sorry, I got you off track there with the reopening trade, but
sure,
man, the cruise lines are getting smacked today too. Everything reopening. So what's funny is we really I don't know how strong that relationship has been, the reopening versus stay-at-home trade. That was like the theme of the year last year, but that trade hasn't really been that relationship. I don't know how strong it's been this year. It's been more about value versus growth.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Than it has been about stay at home versus reopening. I don't know if I've seen this relationship for a few months.
When I look at these stocks and I look at where they were and they come back and you get all of those losses back without the companies being opening, I think it was a gift. I mean, obviously it's still above the January, February high coming in that area. But man, I mean, if you got stuck in those stocks or you picked the bottom and you got back to that area, I mean, good for you. I mean, you got bailed out on that trade. Where it goes from here, who knows? But man, I still think that thing almost got to $100. I mean, what was this big red candle here? That must have been February of last year. So
what was the approximate date?
But I'm just looking at this big red candle. Where it went from 122. That was February. So, still, I mean, if you think that the pandemic's gonna come back, or there's gonna be more lockdowns, or I mean, I still think you might want to just be whacking bid at these prices, but definitely reopening trade taking a hit, got crowded. People taking profits in it, and still not too late to.
Yeah, it's just we haven't talked about the reopening versus stay-at-home trade for a while because the relationship hasn't really been there. But today, I mean, because you can clearly see it clear as day today, right? Like Amazon is up, Apple is down, right? Those stocks are both, they trade together usually because they're both big tech, but Amazon is a stay-at-home trade. And Apple.
Amazon, that hit an interesting area today in the area of these highs. So we'll keep a look at 31.78 was your high back here. And you got a little bit through it today, 31.82. But let's just call 31.80 here. Major resistance, hasn't quite back up half of this move back. But once again, these stocks, I think it was more the way they traded after earnings than the reopening versus stay-at-home stocks.
Joel, have you seen GameStop today? It's just steadily leaking into the report.
Oh, that did get half back of that move. Look at that. Interesting, folks. Adding further significance to those highs from today. That's halfway back. I mean, how could you be, it got to be hard being long GameStop going into this report, right?
No, not hard if you don't look at your portfolio.
Hard. I mean, it's gonna move off this. I mean, how are the earnings gonna be? Who knows? Even if you had to report, I think it's gonna be tough to trade it. And that's they're gonna have to come out. I saw an analyst said she's not too sure that their cash position is where they're at. So, I mean, it's been a wild ride for GameStop shareholders. Kind of tight. I'd look at this low right here. 172. Where was this low? 172.35. Your low today, 177.35. So I'd be keeping a close eye on 172 on the downside. And if this goes into rally mode, I don't know. Maybe 230. You have some daily highs. I'll call it 227, but there's three highs between 219 and 231.27. Maybe if you're trying to get out, you're stuck on this, maybe throw something out at 2.25. Maybe you'll get lifted on it.
I just saw a couple things that I wanted to mention, and I forgot the first one, so I'll say it if I remember it. But the second question is from RAG. Oh, yeah, here it is. Sorry, it was from the chat. It was from Coupon Boy, who said, this smells of quarterly rebalancing. Maybe. Could be.
It's post-expiration trading.
End of the quarter is next Wednesday.
Right. That's a little bit early.
It's a little early. It's a couple days early, but yeah, you never know.
I think this is just post-expiration trading, and you were weak on the expiration. You rallied out of it yesterday, but no follow through today. So, I mean, until we take out the low from last week, 38.75, I think you still have to say, this is just a healthy pullback off the high.
Here's a question from RAG, and RG, if you have an example, let us know. Hey, Joel, hope you're well. A question on retracements. I've noticed that a big drop on the way down has an intermediate retracement. Do not consider them valuable. I'm not quite sure what you mean by intermediate retracement. I guess like a kind of a retracement.
I don't. I'm not. I don't have the chat open, so I can't interpret the question.
Well, it's up on the screen. RAG, if you have an example, let us know. What what chart you're thinking of when you ask the question, and we can see what you're talking about with regards to retracements.
I mean, I just look at them as validity of a move, and like for Amazon here. I mean, it had a big drop off earnings, right? You made that low 28.83. So you had to bounce, right? And the way I look at it is, that's a resistance area. People are getting their money back, right? Let's say you didn't participate in any of this, but you did participate somewhere down here. Then that's just a target. I just use that as a soft target. You can figure the exact number. That's where bulls will be looking that, got into the position here. If you think the move is over on Amazon, the all-time high is in for good, but you didn't want to short it in the hole, then it's a potential resistance area. So you can use it a couple different ways. Still down 34 handles, though, trying to distance ourselves from that 91.25 low. Wish I had a level down there for you, but I don't. We'll see what happens. Friday's close was 99.75. That's what that's what you want to see. You want to see us get back, close above that 99.75 from Friday.
All right, for those keeping track, we actually do have some interesting earnings tonight. Besides GameStop, we've mentioned that 1,000 times, but we have At Home Group, ticker HOME tonight. We have Steelcase, SCS. We have Adobe tonight. We have Golden Nugget Online Casino, which is a former SPAC, GNOG, and BNGO. That's been a high.
All right, why don't you give them to me one at a time? We'll just take a quick look at the charts and
let's start with Adobe. That's kind of the big one, right?
Adobe, this one, big decline off that all-time high. Boy, it's not the all-time high. This stock has even been much higher than over 500. Oh boy, let's see. This one's tough. It had a rally off the low, but people are a little bit nervous going into the report. 3 big up days, so I'd be looking on a bad report. 440. Look at all those lows. That's my area of interest on the downside. Look at that. Before you had that bump to 468 yesterday, all those lows at the 480 area. If somehow they like the report, the high of the rebound was made today at 466.86. But boy, I don't know. Little bit tougher. Not great on high price stocks like this, but if you do get to yesterday's high or today's high, maybe take a look at 473.80. That's been the high for the month so far, 473.80.
Dion with an interesting comment. Very bad day to have earnings. I don't know. I don't know, because it's not as if the market sold off all day, right?
It's not a great day. No, I'd have to agree with them. It's not the greatest day to be reporting.
Not the greatest day. I don't know if it's the worst day though. All right, in the net, not a great day. A below average day to have your earnings to report earnings. I'll agree with you on there. All
right, we say Friday's close 99.75, and where are we back at now? We're back at 39.01. So getting a little bit of a bounce here. Not sure if we had some buying balances or not, but back in the 3,900 handle. That's good to see.
I have not.
I got a question for the Joel man. Did you talk to the board, and is L Brands off the board?
No. Let's see. L Brands. Let's take a look at it technically. Boy, I'd like to. I'd rather sell it on weakness at just under these pair of lows here at 52.63, 52.74. Have not talked to the investment. This has not been brought up in the investment committee yet. Okay. But boy, oh boy, I'd love to get out of it.
Good to know. Let's do some ticker time. If you have any questions in the chat,
hey, ticker time.
Drop them in. Also, while you're there, smash the like button, y'all. Let us know how you feel. Tell us you like us. I need some positive affirmations, some words of affirmation. Tell me you like me via the like button. Thank you very much.
All right, the battle for 3,900 rages on here.
Oh, man. First ticker that comes in the chat is MP. That's had a day.
Military police?
MP materials. Yeah, that too.
Boom. Man, this is a gapper, huh?
They announced an offering last night, an 8 million share offering.
That's big.
Via shareholders.
And we don't have a price yet, huh?
No.
It just came out. Ooh. They're looking like you have to go lower to get this done. Wow. What a volatile stock. Offerings are offerings, so you just got to wait for the price. Probably be above 35, but less than 40. So maybe where it's trading right now, 37.50, but that seems like a pretty hefty size offering. Also coming up after a really nice move. This is a new stock, came out last year. Wow, five bagger when it got to 50. Wait for that offering price, see if it can hold it. Speaking of offerings, how is Viacom holding up today?
I haven't looked.
No, yeah. Ooh, this 90's big. Did this get into yesterday's range? Holy moly, look at that. It did. It filled the gap, folks. 96.21. That was a low from yesterday. I don't know how the heck it got to 96.34, but it did. This 90's big, folks. Your low on the 18th, 90.15. Current low, 90.30. Next daily low, 86.17. We just lost a quick 7 handles there. The market caught a cold up there at Friday's close and back on the lows for the session.
Yeah, we're
at new lows.
Oh, my goodness.
New lows as we speak here. Let me pull up the chart. Volatile here. Going, of course, I bring up Eversource Group, but hey, let me bring up the S&Ps for you. Short-lived rally there, back on the lows of the session.
Yep. So looking like, just to give everyone a scorecard heading into the close, the Russell is down almost 4% today. And the NASDAQ is actually holding up relative to the rest of the market. NASDAQ is down 0.2%, and the S&Ps are down about 1%. So hey, good for tech, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Let's go back to the chat, but we're going to keep a close eye on these markets heading into the close.
Mr. Softy did get a pop off that news, but that's fading. Oh, what a gap fill. You gapped out, not sure what the news was. You had a low February 19th at 240.18. How high did you get today? You got through it by a decent amount, but still not a bad sell at 241.05. Man, oh man, not much in here on the daily charge. Yesterday's low way down at 230.14. We made the new low, now making another run back at 3,900.
What about Visa? There was the news from a couple. Was it Friday? I think it was Friday. Pretty sure it's Friday. The DOJ looking at antitrust investigation and antitrust practices as it relates to Visa's debit card, and it's sold off. And it looks like it's found a floor for now.
For now, must hold level 206.23. That was your low from yesterday. Your low from Friday 206.88. You just happen to have a low in this area at 206.55. Need I repeat, must hold level 206 Visa.
Okay. What about Nextera, NEE?
NEE, that's a utility, correct? And let's see how that is.
It's also a solar play, I believe.
Solar play. Oh, major resistance 76, major support at 70 on the rebound today. Got to get through that 76 and change, folks. Not only did you have 2 highs in that area from last week, you also had the monthly high in that area as well. So that's your major resistance. Good support down at the parallels just above 70. S&P's back up at 38.95.
So we're at 389 in SPY. We're leaking into the close. But just to put this in perspective, a year ago right now.
Oh, baby.
A year ago right about now, SPY was at like 222, 223, somewhere in that area. Okay?
Yeah.
So just to put things in perspective, we are still $170 above where we were this time a year ago. Just to put things in perspective.
Trying to make me nervous there, huh? Look at that. Nope. I mean, the market has had a fantastic comeback and back up at 3,900 as the battle into the close, the Bulls and the Bears, 6 minutes to go.
Okay, I see somebody mention BNGO. Let's go there. I mentioned them. They report
Bingo.
Tonight. Yeah, Bingo report earnings tonight. Not that the numbers matter. We probably only care about what they say about their pipeline, but I can't imagine anybody owning the stock owns it for the earnings.
Yeah, $10 is your resistance. Had a nice move off 6. I'll call 8 support. That's halfway back of the bump that you had. 795 low, $8 must hold level for BINGO.
That's it. BINGO. That's the one. Or just BNGO.
Genomics, bio nano genomics. Not a bad name, but we'll see. $10 looks like an area. Don't get faked out too much. If you take out 10, you got another high at 1046, and there's a downside $8. Not only is it a daily low, it's halfway from that move from just under 6 to 10. So that's what you're looking at. In BNGO, S&Ps, wow. Volatile here, back at 3,900, just like that.
Jack asked, what's the imbalance? It's $3.6 billion to sell.
It sure is, and they hit that, but battling back as we speak.
Okay, let's do a couple more tickers, and then we'll see what comes at the close. We covered those already. Going through, covered that already. Here's one that I'm not familiar with.
Okay, lay it on me.
Take a look at the chart, though. Make sure it's super low priced. That's why I don't know it. Super low priced. And Dion H. Yes, Viacom is becoming my own nemesis. That is true. Okay, what about... Oh, Joel, did you see YVR today?
Which stock?
YVR? No, you probably didn't.
Wafer?
YVR. We had the CEO on, this is Liquid Media, is the company. Ticker is YVR. We had the CEO on Power Hour with Luke, and this has been a speculative NFT name. And Luke asked, Luke basically asked, hey, what are you guys doing with NFTs? And he said he didn't really say. He basically was as non-specific as you can get. He didn't say we're not doing anything, but he also didn't really say we're doing anything. He said a whole lot of nothing. So the market did not like that.
Not a great candle. 750 was the pop. $2 off the high. Don't tell me that it's not important level at 474. Just put it this way, folks. You had a gap up in the issue, 458 to 474. So there is your support. You're going to have some overhead supply on any rallies. People got caught buying this one are going to be looking to get out on a pop.
I'm almost impressed at how clean the rotation is today. You look at every single quote unquote stay-at-home stock, whether it's technology like Netflix and Amazon and Peloton, or whether it's just consumer staples like Walmart, Costco, and Procter & Gamble, Coke and Pepsi, or Clorox. Look at Clorox today.
All right, let's take a look at...
When's the last time we looked at Clorox?
Vaccine play from long ago, right? Let's take a look at Clorox CLX. And, oh boy. High of the rebound is here, right? Since you were under 180, this is not a bad area. I would keep real important to get follow through today's high, a 194.59. After that, maybe work your way. Not much after that, going up to 200. 200 was an actual high, 2005 on February 4th. Back under 3,900, folks. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to clear Friday's close, but we'll see. We still have a few minutes left in the session.
We are pretty much at the low today in the diamonds. We're off those lows now in the S&Ps. We're off those lows in the Russell, but I'm keeping an eye on all four major indexes. As we have 1 minute, less than a minute now into the close. And I said Clorox, but I meant Colgate. I meant
okay.
CL. CL, CLX, same difference.
Similar chart today. That's a pop. Great support at 75. Nice move today. You want to just be aware that 78.44 was your high on February 23rd. Your high today, 78.32. There's your level. On the upside, Spoos battling back. the battle for 3,900 will be continued tomorrow. Currently trading 38.99.
Oh, I thought we were going to get there for a hot second.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Might close right on the kiss.
There we go.
Hey, before we get you out of here, Joe, I got one to take a look at.
3,900 even. At 4.
All right. What's up, Mitchie? Mitch, what do you want to take?
Netflix.
Wow, we haven't talked about that stock in a long time.
There's a reason. I mean, it's been sleepy, but the weekly looks interesting to me. What do you see on that chart? Do you like it?
I like it as long as it holds the low from today. Today's low, 529.40. You had your classic situation, a strong day on the upside yesterday. 5 to the little gap there between Monday's high and today's low. So 530 is your support level. You do want to take out that. You got to take out that high from today, 543.12.
All right, final tally for the major indexes. The S&P 500 closed down a little over 0.75%. The NASDAQ 100 closed down about 0.5%. The Russell 2000 closed down, oh my God, a little over 3.5% today. I'm going
to let you guys take it from here. Have fun with the GameStop earnings.
Oh, Joel, don't act like you're not going to have fun with the GameStop earnings. You're going to have.
I'll leave it to the masters of disasters. Go ahead, guys. Take it away.
You're going to have fun too. Joel acts like he's not going to be watching, but we know he'll be watching.
What if all this little washout brings a nice little move in GME? I'm excited now. Joel's getting me a little excited.
All right. I never do this, but I've got I've got my PR/SEC newsfeed open and it's all just getting refreshed constantly, but I'm waiting for GameStop. I really do believe it'll be a 415. I went back to look at the last 2 years and they're generally all every quarter they report a 415. So I think we have some time until then, which is good. I want to stay on for that. Once that's out, we'll digest it if we can. We'll see if we can go through it live. Then we will hop off for Cannabis Insider at 4:30, and we'll hop back on the stream to do a watch party when the conference call starts at 5. That's going to be the plan. I think we're going to do all one continuous stream, and we'll do that. So just sort of hanging out here, watching the news here. Let's go to a news feed. Let's do what I've been doing every day. We'll hop into a Benzinga per news feed. We'll see what is out after the close. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, 4 o'clock. We got earnings from NServco, ENSV, earnings from BDSX, earnings from Unity Biotech. BNGO is out.
Oh, Home is at 4:30. All right.
What is?
Home.
Okay. BNGO is out. This sales of $4 million last quarter. Dear Lord, why is this stock so popular? BNGO. Let's go to the.
It's a name, bro. It's a name.
It can't be the ticker. Market's not that dumb, right?
Well, I mean, we'll leave that out.
Anyway, okay. Whoa, it's going blast off mode to the moon.
BINGO. BI.
All right, let's see if we can go into the press release for a minute and see what's going on.
Bingo.
This is.
Isn't it the first person always? I think the first person is the algorithms.
Oh yeah, it's always machine. yeah. If you're watching this after hours and you're like, oh, why can't? How do I know it's going to be good that fast? You don't. The machines read it. Okay, there is what you can do because the machines are reading the headline, right? The machines are reading the headline, looking for specific terms. What you could do is look a little bit deeper and say, is it actually as good? But again, you have to know the story for that. Let me see here. Strong balance sheet. We've raised a lot of money. I guess that's good. Okay. It looks like here's a study result. Nah. Nothing that really. This is just a PR, so it's gonna be positive anyway. Let's go back to the chart. And look, there it goes, right? So this stuff is crazy after hours. You got to really be careful. You got to be tight with your stops, tight with your orders. You can't just throw stuff out there and hope you get filled, because you could get rocked. Back to the news feed. What else we got? Playboy. They were due to report today. I didn't even notice that. All right, PLBY. This is an NFT play, right? Supposedly. So they say.
What happened with them?
Well, their sales beat the estimate. 46 for $35 million. Let's go to a chart.
That's PLBY. PLBY. There you go.
This thing stacked it out, right? They were a SPAC?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
An early one, too, at least earlier in the year, but definitely, I mean, it still has a strong license name, so.
Yeah.
That's really where it does now.
I suppose. Up nicely in the after hours, up 12% in the after hour session. So
yeah, interesting, because it had a huge run. I mean, huge run.
Yeah, let's go to a daily. Yeah, see, that's a great call. Now, this isn't true all the time, but sometimes what have we observed is that stocks that run up huge into the report, it doesn't really matter what they say. It's going to give back some of those gains. That's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. But as Mitch astutely pointed out, that has not really been the case thus far. In the last few minutes, we are still in the top of the first inning of the market digesting this report. But so far, they like it.
Nope.
Very interesting. Of course, the RSI says we're overbought. Thank you very much for nothing. Adobe's out. Let's go to Adobe. EPS $3.14 versus $2.78 estimate. Sales $3.91 versus $3.76 billion. So beat on the EPS. Beat on the sales. CEO is retiring this year. What's the press release say? He's going to retire this year. Does it say when? Does it say when? It just says this year. Okay. They're going to get a new CEO, and their quarter was good. Do they give guidance? Let's go back to their thing. Do they give guidance? Don't see it real fast. Go to the chart. ADB. Oh, man. Look at that candle. Let's go to the 1 minute. Look at that candle. Market does see now the algo is all confused. It's like, new CEO? Oh. Earnings? Doesn't know what to think.
Playing games with it.
Doesn't know what to think there.
I mean, algorithms always, most of them are watched, at least any of the good ones that are trading big money. And so what ends up happening is usually even the person will catch it.
Man, how is the stock? I always forget that it's so expensive. Look at the run that it's had. My goodness. Anyway, back to 1 minute chart. Let's see if we have any updated numbers from the guys on the news feed. Bada bing, bada boom. Wait, I'm not CEO. Did I misread that? It said CFO. I think I misread that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so a lot of times a CFO change can be more impactful. Hey, forget the Adobe. Look at this. Wait a minute. Look at that headline. Robinhood IPO. It's coming.
Robinhood is here.
Robinhood IPO is coming.
Boom, boom.
And we don't know. It's coming.
Oh my God.
That will be the most fun stock to trade. I'm calling it now. That will be like
holy moly.
That will be the retail stock.
But the question is, what price will that open up at?
Well, you know what they should do, and if they don't, shame on them. They should allocate some of the offering to their clients. That's what they should do. If I were Robinhood and I really were all about democratizing finance and investing, I would allocate some of the offering to clients. Now, that being said, if you do that and your stock sucks and your IPO craps the bed, then all you've done is piss all your clients off. but but that's the that's the game. That's the market. But I really, really hope that they allocate some of the offering to their clients. That would be the democratization thing to do.
Yep. It's going to be interesting. I mean, that's what Airbnb did, right?
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. If you were an owner, you got access. I'll tell you one thing, though. There wasn't many shares there.
Oh,
I had a friend.
Chris is saying that they've said they're going to do that, which is awesome.
Saying
is one thing, doing is another.
Yeah, I had a friend that wanted to get some of those Airbnb shares. Wasn't able
to.
Yeah, he put the request, but just didn't get a fill, I guess.
Yeah. What if Robinhood, like, what if when you sign up for Robinhood, they give you a free share of Robinhood? That'd be meta. Here's our own stock.
Free shares, all you want.
Man, okay, back to the news. So the Pro News Desk went through the Adobe press release, found some guidance that they gave, EPS above estimates, sales above estimates. That was for the quarter. Guidance for the year also came in above estimates. So strong guidance across the board. Let's go back to that Adobe chart. Let's zoom out here.
Looks like Home came out already.
Yeah, Home is out. We'll get there in a second. It was actually a guidance raise from Adobe. Okay. Look at that. All right. I'm calling it now. The low for the after-hours session in Adobe is in. This thing is now in rocket ship mode. We are back up above the close. We're up now 1% for the after-hours session and counting. Up 1.5% now, $7 from the close. This thing is going up and away for now. Let's see what the conference call says. At Home is out. Mitch, let's go to the news feed.
Yeah, I'm watching some retail stocks with this one, so
At Home Group. Oh, whoa! So either the estimate was way off, or they just destroyed it because their EPS for Q4 was $1.08 versus a 69-cent estimate. That was a huge beat. Sales beat nicely, $562 versus $522 million, and they're not providing guidance due to COVID. Don't like that.
They don't like that.
I don't like that. I don't know what I don't like it. I guidance is more valuable than earnings.
Yeah, I 100% agree. You should say that line again.
Yeah, everyone needs to know that guidance is more valuable than earnings.
Yeah, a lot of people try to pay attention to the earnings. I pay attention often to the guidance.
Yep.
Because to me, at least guidance still makes sense when you're looking at stocks fundamentally.
Right, and also let's go back to basics. Where do stocks get their value? It's from future earnings. So
that's where it still makes sense.
Yeah,
that's where my schooling at least makes sense still.
All right, so someone mentioned
you look at just to talk about retail and how big of a turn it's done. Look at Macy's chart.
Okay,
look at that downturn.
Right.
Quick.
Oh, like the last few days?
Yeah, the last few days, retail pulling back really fast.
Well, I mean, in Macy's, this is just kind of silliness.
That's what I'm interested in. If it's affecting all retail or this is just
because Macy's, this is dumb.
It got back to those levels.
No, it got
right?
This is dumb, guys. It got back to above where it was before the pandemic. It got back to where it was in the summer of 2019. Pre-COVID. That's just stupid. Actually, it did that twice.
Yeah.
That's just dumb. It's not as if Macy's is a better business now than it was a year ago. They're not. All right, let's go back to the earnings. But good call, Mitch, on that Macy's sell-off. What else we got?
What else we got today?
Steelcase is out. That's not it. That's it. Oh, that's the guidance. What about the earnings? Here's earnings from Steelcase. 6 cents per share in Q4 versus a 1 cent loss estimate. Sales of $677 for $650 million. Guidance from Steelcase. Q1 EPS guidance. Oh, that's a miss. That's a miss. They were estimated they would lose 10 cents a share. They actually said they're going to lose between 27 and 34 cents per share. Sales also missed. Light on the guidance front for Steelcase. So good earnings, week guidance. Let's see how that translates to the immediate reaction in the stock. Let's zoom out, shall we? Go to a 1 minute chart. And yeah, that'll happen. So,
man, I don't know if the same kind of rotation is going to be in play continuously, but that Zoom chart.
The Zoom chart?
Still, if it can go back to the highs, that's a big move. We're talking 339 all the way back up to a high of 588. That's a big move. It can get back up there.
All I see is a series of lower highs. That's all I see when I look at this. I just see lower highs and lower highs.
Yeah, just one of the things that you see is at least it keeps fighting to get through kind of like 315 area on the weeklies. Has a couple of wicks through there, and it just looks like it's trying to at least trend back. Can it get back to those levels? I mean, that's a big ask for it to get back up there to 588. But I think if this is really what's going back, these kinds of plays, I would keep this on my radar.
Oh wait, it's 150. It's 415. Hold on.
Uh-oh. GME alert. Where is it at? Dun, dun, dun.
I've got a press release news feed. This is a news feed of press release and SEC filings. So let's watch GameStop as it comes out and go to the PR. Not that the numbers matter. Numbers don't mean diddly squat in this stock. But I just have to know. Actually, now I'm distracted and I want to go to the chart.
That's how it goes, right?
Oh, look at the after hours. It is moving. Back to the press releases. Did we miss it? Is it out already?
Uh-oh.
No. Wait a minute.
I think it got out.
Wait a minute.
Hold
on. No, the earnings call, we don't care about that. No, we don't care about Form 8 from this morning. Oh, that was an hour ago. I don't see it. If someone in chat sees it, holler, but I don't see it. Yep, I don't see it out.
I'm registering for the event, at least.
That being said, look at this after hours chart. This thing is moving. Remember, that's that big volume bar, that's the close.
That's what I said. Like, let's keep an eye on it because I feel like if this starts ripping, what's going to happen to the overall market? Does this change what was happening at the moment?
GameStop goes up, market goes down, and vice versa, I thought, right?
Let's see. Let's see right now. I mean, that could be it. That 200 today, if it could get through that 200, that'd be an interesting level to see.
Was that the high? 191 was the high, I think. Oh no,
201.75. I got for the day.
Okay, I'm on a 1 minute chart, so I lose track of where I am because I'm so zoomed in.
Yeah, no.
All right, wow, that's interesting. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm keeping one eye in my news feed to see when it comes in, but don't see it for the moment. Doesn't matter how the earnings will be. Oh, Dion. Yeah, I mean, look, the numbers don't mean shit, right? Let's be honest. The numbers don't mean anything. We just want to know what they're going to see on the call. That's what we want to know. That's what I want to know. I have three questions. Are you in conversations with regulators about what went down back in January? B, are you raising any money? And C, what exactly are you doing on the e-commerce front? Because remember, this whole thing started with Roaring Kitty's thesis that the market was not giving the company credit for their e-commerce transition. That was how this whole thing started. So what are you actually doing on the e-commerce front? How good are your sales? That's what we want to know, right? E-commerce, government regulators, are you raising money at this elevated level? What are you doing? Those are my three questions that I have as a serious, investor market person. But then as like a troll, I just want to know if Ryan Kitty's going to show up, and is Ryan Cohen going to speak, and what does Reddit do? That's all I want to see. So yeah, numbers don't actually matter, but very, very curious, and I still don't see it. Still don't see the numbers. I swear.
If they don't raise money, what's the reasoning? Why not?
I don't know.
I would like to hear that too.
I don't know. I swear, if this is like another Tesla, there was a quarter. It wasn't last year. I think it was like a year and a half ago when Tesla didn't come out. Like the earnings didn't come out until like 8 p.m.
Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
Sucked.
Don't do that to me.
Sucked. I hope they don't do that again because that would be horrible. Anyway, it's 4:20 now, so we've got the Cannabis Insider show start in 10 minutes.
I like how you bring it up at 4:20.
Thank you very much.
Points to the style. All right, let's take a look at some cannabis stocks before they come on.
Cannabis has been getting creamed out there.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm waiting for some bottoms. I got to talk to the cannabis boys, but
look at CGC's getting creamed. Right, let's go to all the Canadian players. Tilray. We talked about this last night. And just, smashed. Kronos.
Yeah.
That's not it. Kronos. All right. Kronos is flat today. What about Freya? Well, they're merging. With Tilray. Aurora. Yeah, all these charts look the same. They all look because there's the ETF. They look identical. Is there a sector out there where the stocks are as highly correlated as cannabis? If there is, tell me. I don't think there is, though. I think this is the most highly correlated sector that we have.
I mean, that's a good thing, though. That shows some maturity, right?
Well, it makes it easy to trade, right?
Yeah.
Because it means if one goes up, they're all going up. And one goes down, they're all going down.
You got some levels to go off of, at least. It's what I run into in specs sometimes when you don't have levels to go off of.
Ooh, they're getting that's right. They're getting smoked. That's what they're doing. Sudi says they're getting smoked.
They're getting smoked. They're getting rolled up.
They're getting rolled up and packed down.
Pinkies.
Oh, too much smoke in this sector. All right.
Too much smoke. That's enough. All right. Let's talk about some weird ETFs here. How to hedge here. I'm looking at some, trying to figure out what to use to hedge here if we get a real downturn in the market. So some of the ones that I've been looking at, and I'm just looking for them. There's SMDD. That's the Pro Shares Ultra Short. That's mid caps.
All right. Please be careful with this stuff. These leverage and inverse ETFs, man.
Talk to me. You're the ETF man.
I mean, they can do some weird stuff, right?
It's just. I mean, you look at the tape. You look at the level 2s. That will tell you enough.
Okay. If I was trying to find an ETF to hedge myself, for downside, I probably wouldn't go towards one of these inverse funds. I would probably try to find an ETF, and again, you got to look beyond the name and see what's actually in them and how they work. But I would look for a fund that it tries to provide downside protection in a way. So not a fund that will go up as the market goes down, but a fund that maybe won't go down as much if the market goes down, right? That's what I would do.
That's smart.
Some kind of I don't know, maybe like a covered call ETF, some kind of hedge. There are a lot of ETFs that do hedging strategies. You can like a strategy within the fund. I would maybe look at one of those. But again, you gotta understand what the fund is doing and what it's trading.
Do you think, in your opinion, tech continues to hit?
Wait. Say what?
Do you think tech continues to get hit? Technology?
I mean, I have no incentive. No. I mean, I'm still long-term bullish on tech.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I think, what I think is most likely is not that tech goes down or tech goes up, but that tech goes sideways for a while. And how long is a while? No, I'm not really sure. It could be a few weeks, could be a few months, could be longer. But and I look at that as a good thing, right? Because tech not going up just means that I get to keep buying it at a lower price. That was the biggest hindrance of me not being more fully invested prior to the pandemic was that I was just afraid of heights, which was stupid in hindsight. But I would wholly embrace a sideways market for a while. That would be ideal, I think, for me.
Wow, this is some news here. I'm seeing it on the news feed here, on off the spot here. It says all Georgia adults will be eligible for the coronavirus or the corona vaccine on Thursday. That's interesting.
Okay.
Hey,
man, I swear,
it's going to come faster and faster where everyone's able to get it.
We have this cannabis show at 4:30, and if GameStop is not out before then, I'm going to be pissed. It doesn't matter because we'll be back at 5 to do a watch party. But man, I'm going to be mad.
We just need to go do our cannabis party before we get on with our GameStop party. You get what I mean?
Well, unlike you, I'm at the office, so that's
the old office trick.
Yeah. I've never looked at a press release newswire more than I have in the last 20 minutes, and GameStop is pissing me off. Oh, there we go. Oh! All right. Okay. Let's zoom in, and let's go through this together, everyone.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Oh, my God. My news feed. Okay.
I'm watching the chart.
Okay. You watch the chart. Let's all read this together, everyone. Okay. Comp sales. Again, numbers mean nothing. Thanks, Mitch. Numbers mean nothing. Comp sales increased 6.5%. That seems low to me. I'll be honest with you. That seems low. Remember, comp sales is same-store sales. What are you playing? What is this? Same-store sales is sales at all locations that have been open for at least 12 months. Okay, so not new stores. So a 6.5% increase. All right. Net sales, can you turn a little bit lower, Mitch? A little bit louder.
That's not me.
That's not you? Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
That ain't me.
What do you mean that's not you?
Mute yourself. Watch. Yeah, that's you.
It's not me.
Yeah, it is.
What? Where is that? Oh my God. Oh, you know what it is? You know what that is?
This guy Spencer blaming it on me over here, guys.
Look, it's the GameStop earnings call music. That's what that is. All right.
Or like the chat said, war music.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's funny that the music started right as the PR dropped. All right. GameStop is on mute. Back to the press release. Then cannabis in 2 minutes. All right. Net sales $2.12 billion versus $2.19 billion in the prior year. Global e-commerce sales up 175% and represent about a third of net sales in Q4 versus 12% of net sales in the same quarter a year ago. Okay. Gross margins declined. Oh my God. Fiscal overview. For the year, there's a number. Comp sales fell 10% for the year, 9.5%. Net sales, same number pretty much, down for the year, $5 billion versus 6.46 a year ago. Let's go to the chart. How are we doing here? Chart me. What do we got?
It's bouncing. It's bouncing. It went to a low of 175 and a high of 193.
Look at those
wicking. The spread is insane. The spread gets as wide. I've seen it as $6.
Look at these wicks. This is wicked.
Can you imagine buying a $6 spread, Spencer? Oh my God.
Luke Jacoby just told me that GameStop's out. Everyone. Luke Jacoby just informed me that GameStop is out. Oh, here we go. Okay. 196. All right, back to the report. And then we have Cannabis Hour in a second. Back to the press release. Let's zoom in. Luke just informed me that the call is at 5 o'clock Eastern. Thanks a lot, Luke. Helpful as always. Okay. Do we have anything about raising money in here? They reduced their debt.
They got a new COO.
We knew all that already.
I don't know how that matters.
Oh, here we go. Interesting. In February, so this is for the current quarter. February comp sales increased 23%. That's interesting.
Comparables up. But really, it says
numbers, we all knew this already.
we're sticking to the brick and mortar footprint.
They're investing in technology capabilities. Let's go down here. Outlook. Okay, you got to scroll way too far to get to the guidance number if they gave guidance.
I'm waiting for the NFT.
No guidance. No guidance from GameStop. Guidance suspended. Lame. No guidance. Okay, fine. Maybe we'll get asked about it on the conference call.
I don't know.
Back to the chart.
To me, the Agos should have taken it already. It's looking like it's right back in the middle of the water.
CR, you know what? Let's do a control F for the word moon. I don't think they talked about going to the moon. If they didn't, shame on them. Control F, moon. No, the word moon is not present in the press release. GameStop confirmed not going to the moon.
Oh, man.
Confirmed. Where's the cannabis hour? It's starting right now.
Where's the cannabis hour? Where's the cannabis hour, dude? I'm just trying to get here and see some cannabis stocks.
We can't start because Javier's camera's not on and his mic's not on, so we can't start till Javier gets his act together over there. But someone is all right. Wow, chat's getting fired up. All right, everyone, take a chill pill.
Woohoo!
Let's go to cannabis. Let's bring my charts off the screen. We'll be back in a half hour to talk about GameStop.